Hello guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Oh my gosh, my hair. Alright, how are you doing guys? So today I'm just gonna trim my eyebrows because it's getting, look, I need to remove that because it's ugly looking thingy. So now guys, we already set up the TV. We already did the TV, and then I already had my biopsy yesterday. The biopsy went well. They put anesthesia. They injected me an anesthesia and then removed the fluid. They drained the fluid out of my throaty. I can still see lump, but I can feel that it's not that lumpy anymore. It's not that big lump. And as you can see, there's still the poke there, and whenever I touch it, it's I feel sensitive on it. It hurts. It's not that painful, but when you're touching it, it seems like it's, how can I describe that pain? There's some sensitivity when you touch it. It's because I can still see the two poking there. It's one for the anesthesia. Oh, see, I can still. It's like when you feel like the static feeling. That's how it feels whenever I touch this part of my neck. Whenever I touch it, it feels like I can still feel that there's something here whenever I swallow, but I feel like the lump is not that big anymore. But the doctor said, the one that drained the fluid, said that probably will not get any diagnostic with this because it's only fluid, but you have to undergo observation if just in case the fluid comes back. So they will do a rounds of ultrasound again. They will see, and then the doctor will, if they see that the fluid came back, then probably they'll do something about it. Maybe they will remove the sac. I don't know, because they said they will do something about it if the fluid comes back. They remove around 5 to 10 ml of fluid. It's a yellow fluid thingy, and you can see how they remove it because they have this monitor, and then you will really see the injection going in your throat. And then while they're pulling out the fluid, you will also see that the fluid is, the sac was emptying, and then it will shrinking like this. And I was like, ooh. And then it was gone. They showed me again, okay, now it's gone. So we'll just see if that fluid comes back. Then we'll seek further action after it. But for now, you're still under observation, and then they will be like, we'll see if we can get we'll see if we can get diagnostic result on your fluid. But usually they don't get any diagnostic result from fluid. Yeah, they didn't take any lump of tissue or whatever. They call it aspiration needle. So it's like a very thin needle goes in and then secrete all those fluid out, and then that's it. It didn't even take 3 minutes. It was like around 1 to 2 minutes. So it was not that long. The longer was the wait, but the procedure was around 1 to 3 minutes, and then it's done. And it went well. I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel the needle except for the anesthesia. That's the one I felt, the needle from that. But after that, the needle, the aspiration needle, I never felt anything. I just saw it on the monitor that it's going in and then pulling out the fluid, and then that's it. The doctor from my ENT said it was right that the blood draw was more painful than the aspiration needle. So, and then probably because I have anesthesia going in. So I don't know. So we'll see after that if everything gonna, I don't know, because I still feel it despite all my diets and stuff like that. I still can feel something here on my throat. I can still see some little lump, that little lump. I still see it, but not that bulk lump anymore because they removed a lot of fluids there. I never expect that fluid that will be like that much, because you know, it's, well, it was like this before. Now it's very little now. So I don't think that, but I'm still continuing my diet because you never know that I'm still healing from every inflammation, or what do you call this, any infection, you know. And I still have one problem, was that the cyst in my ovary Still have to monitor that. It's like everything, I just let it to God, whatever His plan, because I can't do anything, and I don't want to stress out with every result that I get from the doctor. I don't want to stress out because that's not a good thing. And I never expect, guys, I'm trying to be very independent now. Imagine I went there. It was like, this is the first time, probably because of my mental thingy now. This is the first time that I went back and forth from driving that I never get. I was never scared to drive. Don't get me wrong. I drive. When I was working at Walmart, when they send me into another store, I need to drive around 45 minutes away from the house. Whenever I do that every single day, I do that for 2 weeks, and every single day I drive, I get so scared. But I don't want to drive. I really don't want to drive in a highway because, boy, everybody fast driving, and then they would just swerve, and then I'm just so scared. I'm not scared with my driving. I'm just scared on how people drive. So I don't trust the people that drives around. But yeah, but this is the first time I drove on my own that I didn't get scared from driving. I didn't even sweat on my hands. I always sweat every part of my body when I'm driving on a highway. I always sweat. Sweat on my underarms, sweat on my hands, my feet. So this is the first time. So I guess I'm getting used to not depending. I didn't let my husband drive me anymore. My husband said, "Oh, you can just go on your own," because he was about to come. And then probably he asked me, "Is it gonna be quick?" And I said, "How will I know? This is the first time I'm going for biopsy." And he decided not to come. So I went on my own. I didn't force him to come anymore because I want to do it on my own. Because I want to learn on my own. I want to drive on my own. The next time I want to drive is going to Costco on my own. Like, no husband on it. I want to drive on my own. Just me. Well, that's how far was when I was driving, going to another Walmart before, when I was working at Walmart. That's how far was the drive. It's like around 45 minutes. Because I don't trust my eyes, because they send me there like 7 a.m. So I need to drive around 5:30 to be there around 6:30. So I just follow the speed limit. I never go overboard the speed limit, because there's a lot of patrol car. Even in the early morning, patrol car here in Florida are already in to catch someone driving so fast around the highway. So I was like, okay. So I always take time, but I just don't trust my eyes because I can't see on the dark road, and it's very dark here when it's winter. Winter time is very dark. I even told my manager there. One time I told my manager. They call at Walmart coach. That's higher than your supervisor. So I said, "Coach, you really gonna trust me? I'm not good at driving, and this is very early. So you can do it. Are you sure I can do it?" "Yes, you can do it." I said, "I really need you there because you're just one of the trusted ones to go there." That is crazy, but okay. I went there. They always send me to another store. I don't know. When they kept me sending to another store, I was thinking, "You really don't like me in the store, huh?" No, it's because they really need someone that will really do the job, not just walk around. I said, "All right then." So they don't want some, because every inventory, they have to fix the store, of course. But if they don't have anybody to do that, they like me because they said, I have this ability. I have the ability to zone the store perfectly, and what they call this, clean, very clean, and what they call this, whenever I do zoning in the store, zoning is like you're facing every item to the front, so you have to fix every item to the front, like swiftly clear, like everything are in a row. So they will be like, when they hired me at Walmart, that's the first thing they said, "You're the first one that do that zoning perfectly." But I learned that when I was working at Rite Aid, because that's the first because I'm not that, they expect a newcomer to be that quick, fast to learn. But no, I don't do that. I take moment to learn everything, and then when I learn it, that's already in my brain. Click, 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 click. So facing, they call it facing on at Rite Aid, and that's I love zoning. I don't know why people don't like this. Don't like it because it's boring and slow. But I'd rather do zoning than do what do you call this, items, do delivery. I don't like the delivery thing, and then you have to unpack everything and put it in the shelves. I don't like that. But yeah, so I drove far. I feel like I did it. I overdo it. I feel like I overdo it. But yeah, I really like working at retail. They even told me that, how can you still smile despite everything around chaos? I said, what do you want me to do? Cry? As long as the manager will not bug me, I'm alright. I'm not gonna cry over. Sometimes it's tiring when it's always you. They ask you to do something, you know? It's like I'm not the only worker here. And then when a new manager comes in, they will micromanage you. I don't like micromanagement. I don't believe in that. You have to micromanage the lazy one, not the one that really works. So yeah, so now I'm learning how to drive on my own, which I like. I love driving now, except in New York. I'm gonna drive in New York. You know, in New York, every part of the lights, stoplights have cameras, and that really bugs me and makes me so nervous because I don't want to pay that $150 each traffic light, especially in Long Island. It's like, how many stoplights there, and every stoplight has camera. And I was like, what the? It makes me so nervous whenever I drive in New York. I don't even want to go out driving there. I'd rather do transportation than drive because, boy, the pain in the ass to get a ticket. You're just getting paid $80 and you're going to pay your ticket for $150. Ain't that crazy? People are not thinking about that when they did that camera there. You're just earning very little, and then you're going to pay this. You're going to pay for your traffic light. My husband have a friend. We have a friend. He's like, on one day he paid 3 traffic light ticket because the camera got him on the picture. Boy, he paid, I think, $300 or $450 on one day. Imagine that. That is crazy. And I don't want that because I'm only earning $80. So when people say, can you drive me around? No. Are you going to pay the traffic ticket if I get shot on the camera? Of course nobody wants to pay the ticket, right? So yeah, except for here in Florida, there's some part that has where the traffic was, there are like traffic lights that has camera where the traffic are heavy. They put camera there, and it's when it's prone to accident, they put camera on. So, but not around here though. Around here there's no camera yet. So you can just drive, and then it will take time before it gets red light because it's a big highway, a long highway. So if it turns orange or yellow, it's orange. I don't know why they call it yellow. So when it turns orange, it takes like 10 to 15 seconds before it turns what do you call this? Red. Before it turns red light. So which is, you're not gonna press your brake so hard to just stop your car. So because it's a long highway, so it takes time to turn red. So I really like driving now. I said to my husband, the next one is going to Costco on my own. You know, I don't depend anymore on him driving me, because I feel like sometimes when you depend so much on him, my husband, they feel like you can't do anything without, or you can't go anywhere without them. So I drive on my own now. Getting nervous will not help me. So I just, sometimes whenever I want to go to Costco, my husband will be like, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. I've been there for a week already. So I said, my husband works at Costco, so I don't want to go there. I said, so when am I going to go there? I want to see some new stuff. You know, I don't want him taking a picture and then sending it to me and then he will buy it. I also want to roam the store. So I really like the new TV that I have. It's really a good one. I was even telling my husband, why did it took so long for me to change the TV? I really like it. It looks like you went to a theater, cinema theater. You know, in the Philippines they call that theater. whatever, cinema. It's like watching on cinema now. And then the sound, I really like the sound. I had a TCL TV and I really like the sound. So I don't know, I think like I'm overdoing my hair. What do you think? I think I'm overdoing it. But anyway, I like it to make it like this now because I put eyebrow liner, and then it will go so thick that it looks so dark on me. I'm not gonna cut my eyebrow right now. I'm not in the mood to cut my eyebrow. I'm just gonna clean so that whenever I put my eyebrow liner, and then it will not be too thick. So let's do it. There. So I'm gonna put some brow liner. I have so much in this room. Oh, because I put gel on it, that it makes it so rough to put on. So when it looks like that, so when I put, it will not be so bold and dark. That's why I want to make it thinner. You know that eyebrow before, around the 2000s, 2010, my eyebrow was just one line. 2000s, around 2000 or 2000 and around that era, 2000 to 2008, my eyebrow was so thin, but I don't put any eyebrow liner. But you know that era where every eyebrow was just one line? I remember the era, boy. Whenever I see my picture, I can say, why did I do this? Why did I do this to my eyebrow? Yeah, I have that era. I'm not sure if you did that too. That one thin line of the eyebrow, like from here to there, just one line. I was like, wow. Whenever I see that picture, I tell you, I can't believe I did that one line. Comment below if you experienced that one line of eyebrow. So I had that one line for like, I guess 10 years, and then the era went from one line to thick, and then I changed it. I let it grow, and then I went to the derma thingy where they do the threading, and then they shape your eyebrow, and then from then on I do my plucking. So I let them shape it so I can follow that shape by plucking it, so I will not go there all the time because it's expensive too, you know. But in the Philippines it wasn't expensive, but if you have your Philippine money, it's expensive to go there every single week or twice a week just to get it trimmed. But yeah, I go there and then I let them trim my, oh, why does it look so dark? For them to trim it, and so I can just pluck it. But this is my first time using eyebrow liner. I never used eyebrow liner because my eyebrow was always thick like this, and I'm blessed with the eyebrow thingy. But yeah, but now because it's a trend, so I try it, and then I learned before I do it like my daughter will always stop at me, like, what happened to your eyebrow? But yeah, look. I want to use some good lipstick right now. I'm gonna try this. No, I don't want this. I really like my, let's just do this. I used this yesterday and I like the color of my lips. See? I like this because even I eat, it doesn't disappear. It's a lip tint. Doesn't sting or burn. There. And then my hair is always my problem because I don't know how to design my hair. When I'm only in the house, I just do that. Look like a I just love my hair. I just don't know how to design it. I really like my hair. Probably there are bad days, bad days, and then there'll be good days. I don't know. Anyway, I'll just let it stay like that. Alright guys, there you go guys. I just gave you an update for my thyroid, so we'll see on the next month or couple months. there's gonna be changes, or it's gonna be the fluid will come back. I don't know. We'll see. God forbid. I hope I will be healed. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know, it's on my eyes. But yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen next. So if you enjoyed this video, kindly like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to share. Thank you. Bye.